Hello, my lovely viewers. Okay, 1 second, hang on. You're still happy? Sorry, 1 second. Right, I know that the thumbnail says part 1. That is because I forgot to change it from last time. So let me 1 second. Hang on, right here. Sorry, I'm just still sorting things out. So thank you for the lovely comments on my last couple of videos. There was a chap who gave me some really good technical advice, so I will try and implement that. A lot of it is to do with the madness that is QuickTime. So hopefully I will be able to maybe get better performance. I mean, it's running okay as it is. The one game that I'm having problems with in the virtual machine is Myst 4, and I don't know if it's just because the computer that I have can't run Myst 4 in a virtual box within Windows 7, because that would be kind of that's quite hardcore. Anyway, I hope that you are all very, very well, and that you have had a good weekend. I spent the weekend with my girlfriend and my family. I am having some problems with the stream. 1 second. No, hang on. Oh. Will it allow? Did it apply? No, it did apply. Okay. We should be doing better now. 1 second, hang on. So I'm having not an issue with the internet, but it's not, for some reason it's not happy. Fortunately, on a game like Riven, as you will see, it's not a very graphically intense game, so in theory that shouldn't affect the stream too much. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Because OBS is reporting that I'm not getting very good numbers. And in theory what that means is that it's quite choppy. but I'm hopeful that it's okay. OBS seems to be happy again. Anyway, I hope that everybody's really well. It's good to do streams on a Sunday. I might try and, because I'm going to have a few free Wednesdays, so I might try and do a video, you know, like do a proper pro video, or well, as close as I can get to a pro video, and put that out on Wednesday. And that will either be a pre-prepared video of me playing something, or a stream for the evening. I don't know. Whatever people think is best. I haven't been keeping up with Hello, Earth and Rain and... Earth and Air and Rain. Just to explain, as I've been saying to people, this is part 2, not part 1. I have mislabeled the stream thumbnail because I am not clever. Whoa. Look at the spectacular graphics on this game. I mean, for me, it's the... Look, I'll show you. So go back here. Turn around. Oh, hang on. So you got that island down there. Look, you can see the gold dome in the distance. And we will go down. So, Earth and Air and Rain, this is on a virtual machine. Because I know you have an interest in that kind of thing. Yeah, I've solved the... Well, yeah, I've solved the pentagonal room. So now we are just exploring this section. So how have you been? I remember bits and pieces from Keith, who is awesome, and oh, hold on, there we go. I would imagine that you have played this many times. Oh, hang on. Oh. It's all that you can see in the distance. You know, I installed Myst, the original, and yeah, his channel's amazing. I think I would love that to be my kind of ambition, to do as well as Keith. I do have a Patreon page, and I don't know if you know what the link is. I do have some support on there already, and that's basically allowed me to kind of buy a few games. So this is one of them. So really, without my fantastic patron, this wouldn't be possible, this video. The graphics. Oh, sorry. As I was saying, so I installed the original Myst. Now that is Myst. Okay, let me check. Because you said you've got 10th anniversary edition, and I installed Myst, and it is, as in like proper old school Myst, like not been restored or anything. And the graphical upgrade from Myst to Riven is just bonkers. It's just so... it's like night and day. So what other games have you watched on Keith's channel? If there's a pause in the audio from the game, it's because it's loading a DVD. Well, I mean, I'm sure that it does, but because I actually watched a playthrough, not a playthrough, sorry. Did you watch Let's Drown Out with Yahtzee and Gabriel? I'm sure I've mentioned them before. So this is the kind of man behind the curtain room, and there is a really weird sacrificial fish here for some reason. Oh, hang on. Can I go this way? Another sacrificial fish. He's got a star on his head. Hang on. So you've got the pentagram again. Oh, okay, so Yahtzee and Gabriel, who did a series together called Let's Drown Out, and they talked over what the hell? Siri's just gone completely mad. Siri, don't even worry about it. The wonders of iPhones. And they did a... Sorry, keep getting distracted. They did a playthrough of... Real Myst Masterpiece Edition. Not a playthrough, sorry. A Let's Drown Out. So a Let's Drown Out, just to explain. was a video series where they just picked a topic, and there were two of them, and they would talk over the game about topics, like, I don't know, it's all kind of, I suppose, like, in hindsight, actually, a lot of their kind of topics seem to be informed by somebody like Sargon of Akkad, which obviously, in my innocence, I didn't really realise. Excuse me. So what else do you watch? Earth and Air and Rain. Right, okay. I'm gonna try and remember this symbol. Hang on. Oh. Okay. And it makes a chirping sound. I think it's... No, I'd like to play Abduction. I've seen a playthrough of it. This was a pretty spectacular game in 1997. I wonder who wields the axe. Oh look, you can see the Golden Dome from here. Oh, hang on. See? And also the kind of like roller coaster. I like a better way of putting it. So you said the graphics on your rides on these cars look better than when I played it myself. Now, somebody did say that this is, in theory, the best looking version of the game. I haven't played it on Steam. I know that Keith had a lot of problems getting both the GOG version and Steam version to work. I hate it when video games crash. Speaking of crashes. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Don't crash! Oh no. Hang on. Something's gone horribly wrong. DVD's going crazy. Oh, right, hang on. Right, something's happened. Right, okay. The stream is still okay. Yeah, How do you get... No, it's alright. I'll work it out. Hang on. Oh god. Pretty spectacular view. Please don't crash. No. Oh. This thing's stressing me out. Right, hang on. What's the... Is there a shortcut to saving this thing? Like how... Because the only way that I've done it is when I leave. Right, okay, hang on a minute. Right, 1 second. Right, okay, sorry about that. I had to save it. I don't know, how do you get to the menu because it's not that simple. Hang on. Right. Anyway, we're back, but I just... Grr. I don't think the DVD likes this part. Just get all my windows reconfigured. This isn't me, this is the DVD. Right. Very dark in here. Spooky. Is anybody else lost? Hang on. Okay, oh, I don't want to bug. I want to just play my ancient game. Hang on a second. Well, which one was that? Raising the platform. Yeah. Okay. You know, I could have sworn... Never mind. Bloody DVD. This isn't the stream, it's the DVD. Well, it's a puzzle game, right? So, there's two doors. They're double doors. They don't need to be double doors. So you go inside, the double doors are pushed open, they've stayed open, they haven't closed. So, does that mean that there's something behind the door? Oh, Riven. Oh, hang on. Riven's not happy. No! For God's sake! Oh, you're not serious. Right, okay. Well, it's not that much of a delay. Right. Shit. Right, okay. We're back where we were. Excuse me. Right, now I can only hope that... Right, hang on. Now, there's something going a bit awry here. So I don't quite know what the problem is. I'll try again. Right, hang on. Oh dear. It won't let me continue. Uh-oh. No! Why? Oh, balls. Right, okay. Alright, hang on. Let's do something different. Right, okay, hang on. This way. Oh, hang on. Is there a path? No. You are the path. There's another path. Go in here. Oh, hang on. Go this way. Go this way. Open you. Right. Now. What I'm gonna do is, I've got an idea. Oh shit. Right, okay. So, what I'm gonna do is go here. close these doors, and now save it. And then I'll have to clean the disk, because I don't know what the issue is. Oh, why won't it let me save it? Hang on a minute. I mean, it is quite dirty, but I don't think that would... Oh. Alright, hang on. No, I don't want to install the game. Right, I've cleaned the disk a bit, so we'll see if that makes any difference. Oh, it did save it. Okay. Oh, okay. How's my stream doing? Sorry about that. Yep. Riven, please be kind to me. Oh. Hang on. It is spectacularly better in terms of graphics. Right, okay. I think it might be time. What's this? Okay, let's see if I can read this. The latest, okay, 82.2.13. The latest ink formulation has proven a failure. Even when writing in my most promising books, I obtain only the barest glimmer of a connection. It is frustrating to expend so much effort creating a blank book only to end up destroying it when it doesn't work. These are days when the lab is uncomfortably warm from the flames of these failed attempts. The further I refine each element, the formulations of inks, the formulations of inks and papers, the physical dimensions of the books, the more I realise that the list of potential combinations is nearly infinite. It is... Sorry, it's just the writing I'm struggling with. It is lusting... Lusting moments like these that I despair without access to Denis. My long-term goals may never be accomplished. Nevertheless, there are avenues of research which remain to be explored. Sorry, 8258. Let me just check that. I am discontinuing regular observations of the stars beneath the fissure. Although I've been able to track the dark cloud-like formations that migrate through the star field and have proven that the paths are cyclical, without proper instrumentation it is pointless to continue. My general theory concerning the nature of the fissure has remained unaltered since it first appeared. It seems that the fabric of this age has been breached in a way that permits matter to be hospitably exchanged between two discrete but overlapping spaces, much like a link, but the apparent physical contradictions surrounding this juncture defy logical reason. The great column of wind that was formed when the fissure first appeared suggests a vacuum as one might expect in space, yet my early experimentations revealed the presence of a breathable atmosphere. That Atris and Catherine threw themselves into the void is further evidence that it might be safe to travel, but without knowing its true nature I cannot take the risk myself. It is also difficult to say what would happen if I were to reopen it after so long, but it is likely that the results would be catastrophic given the changes that have occurred in this age since that time. Maintenance on the steam vent caps completed, 83 to 10. I am extremely pleased with the continued success of this system. I believe the construction to have been true to the Denis designs of my memory. Another example of the superiority of the Denis technology. It's ironic that Atris and Catherine unwittingly provided me with such a convenient source of powers. As with many of my views over the years, my thoughts regarding the origin of the fissure have changed. I have recently begun to wonder whether it was actually an unexpected byproduct of the changes Catherine and Atris wrote into this age during their escape. Certainly by casting their linking book into the void. They trapped me here quite effectively, but I do not believe that Atris intended the book to be lost in this manner. Much better to destroy it than to risk the possibility of its falling into unknown hands. Also, had they foreseen the creation of the fissure, they would surely have thought that the vacuum it created would eventually consume the atmosphere of this planet, a fate which Catherine undoubtedly would have deemed unacceptable. Oh dear, my Steam's gone red. Steam's gone red? Stream's gone red. Oh. Sorry, 1 second. Okay, well the picture's cleared up. Sort of. Hang on. Oh. Unacceptable. Oh, hang on. Oh, shit. No. Internet's gone kaput. Right, hang on a minute. Oh dear. Right, it's gone green again. Right, hang on. Open the book. Open the book. Oh, hang on. Right, for her homeworld. If I had not been there to supervise the construction of the seal, this most certainly would have happened, for the villagers were far too frightened to even approach the fissure. I'm assuming it's fissure. Without my urging. I hold on to the belief that it was an unintended convergence of their writing for another reason as well. I prefer to think that my son had meant for this age to be merely a prison for me rather than a death sentence. I do agree with you, Earth and Air and Rain, that Exile and Revelation are definitely prettier and have freer navigation. 83.5.14, the construction of the imager has proceeded without fault. It is interesting to see how easily I've been able to adapt the Denis technology to mimic that of the Ahmad, in the same ways the similarities between the two cultures was striking. I wonder if perhaps these had been communication as commerce between the two cultures in earlier times. Maybe Kita's people were even descendants of the Denis. It pleases me to think so. No, it's possible that if I were somehow able to supply the books with a power source of sufficient magnitude, I could suppress the variance enough to facilitate a solid link. It is doubtful that the geothermal cap generations would provide such an enormous surge. Perhaps I could adapt the fire marbles. I have been cataloguing the natural elements of this age for nearly 30 years now, yet still I continue to find evidence of the Denis preoccupation with 5. As a boy, it was very clear to me that the number 5 had a special significance to the Denis society, from the ancient heraldic emblems of the ruling elite to the humble homes of the commoners. It was ubiquitous. Its presence here is obviously a direct reflection of the minds that designed the texts that I used to compose this age further proof that this art, the Denis masters were indeed creating the marvellous worlds they wrote, and not as many have mistakenly thought, mainly building links to pre-existing worlds. Whilst most of my constructions have been based on Denis designs, I see now that the ones that I have imbued with the power of fire are clearly the most beautiful, the most perfect, and, I believe, the most structurally sound. I am still attempting to determine how the Denis colours symbology reflects this superior design principle. Although superficially it is based on a 6-coded system, I am convinced that these has to be a deeper connection to fire. I will continue to investigate. (83.911) I've finally made a breakthrough. I have succeeded in modifying the fire marbles to generate enough power to hold a descriptive linking book in a stable matrix. I have linked to a new world. It is a harsh and desolate age, but it is nonetheless well suited for my purposes, and so I have designated it my whatever symbol. By studying it clearly, I believe I will eventually be able to create a more appropriate age for us to settle on. For now, I will build an office and set up my living quarters there in order that I may conduct my experiments in safety and without distraction. I must admit that I am proud of my work. To think that it is such primitive conditions I have accomplished in 29 years what it took the original Denis centuries to achieve. Note: repairs were I can't read that. On this world, the goggles may need to be redesigned altogether. Note: repairs outerwear are weak on this world. Anyway, 84.413. I have begun construction on a series of link sites for each island that will connect Riven with my new office. The Survey Guild has finally completed the site location for each island, ascending to my exact specifications, and installation of the domes is underway at last. Got someone in the comments. I'm playing Riven. Work on the central power service got off to a bit of a bad start, I'm afraid, but the pace has picked up considerably since then, and I anticipate no further delays. I'm looking forward to finally having a civilized mode of transportation. Due to the rebels' continued disturbances, I've decided to install a coded access system to all of the domes. Oh. Right, I need to take a picture of this because I'm not. picture. Thank God for iPhone. Right, okay. Or any phone with a camera. 8567. I caught one of my assistants looking over this journal today. I'm glad I've chosen to write it in a language they cannot decipher. Note: discuss security with each guild master. No problems expected from the maintenance, education and surveys. Surveyors question the bookmakers and builders more closely. 861024. Today I heard several more reports of spirit sightings by some of the villagers. It seems that under Catherine's leadership, the rebels on the Black Moiety, as the villagers obstinately insist on referring to them, have attached a new level of sophistication to their terror tactics and have renewed their campaign to intimidate the villagers into joining them, playing upon their shared superstitions. The villagers are certainly susceptible to this form of coercion, especially given of late the rebels' increasing acts of vandalism and theft. $87,115. The system traps have been steadily fruitful this year. Apparently, the breakup of the islands has not adversely affected the subterranean ecosystems. Unfortunately, I imagine the rebels are experiencing a similarly generous harvest. No shortage of poison for their darts this season. Such morbid issues aside, the sudden availability has allowed me to refine a particularly pleasant extract for my pipe, one that is smoother than any of the others from recent years. 87,329. Chemical analysis of one of the rebel knives has yielded curious results. Its composition contains elements that are unlike anything I've encountered on the islands. It appears they have access to a resource of which I am unaware, perhaps a mine, such as an uncharted island. Note: most of the knives have been found on the south side of the village. This is the same area in which these have been. There have been reports of people mysteriously disappearing. I think a closer inspection of the area is warranted. The fact that they have these distinctive knives as a sign of their presence concerns me. They're growing more bold and seem to no longer fear discovery of their hideout. The last measurements indicate that the recent trend has continued. The movement of the islands has slowed tremendously. My previous estimates indicated a total collapse in approximately 3 months, but with these new figures I am uncertain. I have merely finished writing the something age, and I have every faith that it will indeed be a safe place for us to relocate to. Yet it would be helpful to know what has caused the halt in this age's breakup. Is it possible that it's stable after all? If so, I must discover how this age differs from my less successful attempts. My examinations of the age have thus far proven inconclusive. Okay. On perhaps, or perhaps someone is repairing damage to the 5th age. If so, it would almost certainly be Atris's doing. I have reluctantly decided to abandon my experiments into the behaviours of the water of this age, as there are more pressing matters on which I must now concentrate, leaving me little time for such speculative research. For future references, however, my investigations up to this point have revealed the following. I believe the remarkable properties of the water to be caused by a life form that resides in it, specifically a type of bacteria. I am imagining a motile unicellular organism, but one with structures capable of holding bits of water when combined, whose combined effect by a surface tension or a stronger force causes the composite body of water to move in response to heat. Prolonged exposure to extreme heat, for example a period of extended boiling, seems to kill the bacteria, which would explain its dramatic aversion to heat sources. Unfortunately, these theories are still not fully tested, and I remain ignorant both of its deeper nature and its possible uses. 8776, an exciting development last night. A squad of maintainers stumbled upon a lone rebel scout and obtained from him a most incredible device. It is a crystal that somehow powers these flawed linking books, much as my own system does, but with an obvious advantage. It is small and weighs only a few pounds, making it completely portable. Catherine must have fabricated the device before I captured her, obviously with an explicit Denis schematic she must have brought with her to this age. If only I'd had access to such a document all these years. Regardless, I can now concentrate solely on the writing of ages and need no longer worry about building elaborate power supplies for each new book I write. This is a sobering reminder, however, that I must continue to seek an avenue to Denis regaining access to the resources that may be crucial to the completion of my mission. Okay. I'm probably going to call it a video there. Thank you very much for your kind attention. I've been going for nearly an hour and a half. And I've enjoyed playing that. So I will come back and do another part soon. Please remember that I have a Patreon. There is a link in most of my videos, and there should be one on the main YouTube page as well, but I don't know what YouTube is doing about allowing people to link to Patreon or not, so I don't honestly know, to be fair. But thank you very much for your kind viewership, and I will catch you in the next video.